happen. Anyway, where we last left off, we had finally put an end to every single war. I think you're right. That does also sound like a voice line from the Voidwalker. But yes, we finally put an end to like the triple wars we had to start up just to kill these people off, leaving us adjacent to the Tebrig homologue and this guy who we're gonna eat. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about it. We're just gonna eat them basically as soon as we're first available. Right, I should actually do a where we last left off, beyond just killing those those multiple wars. We also killed the automated dreadnought, and we'll soon be adding the automated dreadnought to one of our fleets, kind of just as a mini little flagship. And I think, yes, we're still waiting for the endgame crisis. I just don't think it's ever going to come, so I'm just trying to wipe out every single species in the galaxy. It's not a tall order, it's just going to take some time. So much so that I'm actually building a secondary, like, ground combat fleet to speed up our conquests, because our conquests take forever. And there's no easy way for me to just... We're being watched. We're still being watched indeed. Thank you, Zalrock, for the host, my good man. I'm starting to get paranoid the amount of times that you keep watching me, but alright. And of course now I have bumped my most glorious pop filter. I can never stop bumping into things. Anyway, what were you doing again? Sorry, it's still a nightmare to micromanage every single one of these places into something that's actually valuable. We have over 80 starbases to keep track of, so I'm not surprised I missed something here and there. Okay, beyond that, species. Empire species, show me by who has the most pops and who is still not livestocked and nerve stabled. You all are going to be livestocked and nerve stapled, and we can unpause, because there shouldn't be anything else that's going on that I've forgotten. No more rebellions, no more low stability. Everyone's happy and being eaten alive. It's just that simple. But yes, our next plot or plan is to launch everyone to the border zones of this group, go to war, take out all their planets simultaneously, lay claim to their star systems, and get access to this dimensional horror plus the L-Gate that is within their system, which should officially cut these guys off from being able to actually stop me, I think. Because no one else should have access to L-Gates and or gateways that they can really use.
Our construction is complete.
Reasonably certain. Yeah, so there shouldn't be anyone else. I sent a fleet up here to kill the artisan troop, right? Yeah, so you're going to go kill the artisan troop, which I'm perfectly okay with. Bloody artists, who needs them anyway? So, if I declared war, I'd be declaring war on you. If I declared war on you, it would drag them into a war, and that's fine by me. So, let's see. So merge these guys together into one big fleet. What is up with this lag? Okay, it's just saving. Anyone else? Yes. We have plenty of other species. The abominations themselves, who really need to stop thinking for themselves. It'll be so nice when I don't have to deal with all these rebellious people they would just sit back and let us eat them, that'd be fantastic. So I'm going to have the grand majority of our fleet go into the Jevons Maelstrom. The main point of this is that they're going to have one branch going down south, several branches going north, and our combat ships raiding this place and taking them all out. I'll probably have a micro force right in Haldus, just so we can claim Haldus as well right afterwards. Actually, speaking of which, you're going to the Macabco system. Can I actually change your thoughts about this? Nah, no reason to. I still want these guys just to get back together and just heal, restore themselves to a certain degree. What are our techs as well? Leader lifespan, but we're busy working on pop modification. That's as good as far as I'm concerned. But yes, the overall plan is capture this instantly, have one of our other major fleets head over here and start capturing everything in the immediate vicinity. Have the secondary combat fleet go back up north, claim this subsection and go in from the north. Kill this as fast as humanly possible, then move south and claim the mini ones over here before they actually become... Okay, they're not even remotely threatening, but, well, I still need to care somewhat. Plan seems good enough to me. I think everyone is prepared, and so I'm not too concerned. The teaming swarm with our Lord Dragonslayer will head to... Teaming swarm with Dragonslayer will head to the Rimba North. I gotta also make sure that whoever I leave behind... Stalking swarm is the one I cannot touch. They are the ones guarding the gates. They are the ones who are the most helpful to have around. Pestilence Swarm can head down here as well. Ceaseless Swarm will go to Jabin. Combat Swarm, where are you? Alright, your home was in Miklors. One of the weird ones. Not like I hate you, but you're one of the weird ones. How's rushing? Ravaging is going to go kill the Art Enclave, and then after we're done with that, you can go to Jabin's. Thundering. Let's see here. I already have one down here, but I'll grab a second just in case. And Rakarus, you'll also go in from the north, and we'll have them all surrounded. Main transport fleet will be at Jabin's Maelstrom. Secondary transport fleet will go in via Landine. And everyone should get in position. I'm fairly certain I turned this gateway on, or I'm in the process of doing so, but I'm not sure. Yes, okay, I was turning it on. Right, because you were building everything and refitting your entire space station because you were very, very stupidly laid out. I still have no hope for the endgame crisis to actually show up. I want it to, because that would be the condition where I end the game now, because I think I've officially built every single megastructure in the game. They might not be fully upgraded, but I've built every single one, and that's really my only condition for ending this. Oh well. Oh Jesus. Don't try to zoom out. The game explodes if you try to zoom out.
Our construction is complete.
But yes, welcome. We are attempting to slake our eternal hunger with the galaxy as our food dish. And it's not really working. Well, I'm glad that you also are a huge fan of Plump. I really wish he went back to 1 hour, 1 life, but hey, I'm happy he's doing the RPs he likes doing.
Our situation log is updated.
I used to watch him for the simulation games like RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress. There we go. Games I'd bother to learn RimWorld because it seems to have a much better UI than Dwarf Fortress, but well, I guess I could just leave it at that. I'm a scrub. I'm a scrub and sucker for something that looks remotely decent. How did the transport fleet beat all of you? All of you. The transport fleet got to Jabin's first. Are you guys even moving? Oh wait, rushing swarm. Didn't I give you orders? I guess I didn't. Here. Go to Ragsethi. Oh, that's because there's no nearby gateway anywhere. Explains so much. A long time ago, I was planning on doing Space Station 13 for a couple of videos, but then I realized it's not that my heart wasn't in it, it's YouTube didn't let me upload for the first time and I was heavily discouraged. Because apparently it was either it was before the time YouTube allowed anyone just to make 30-minute videos whenever they wanted. I probably should in the future, but I'd have to relearn how to play it so I didn't feel like a complete scrub. And I'd have to be willing to play something other than mining, science, bartending, Grey Tide, or janitorial business, or the priest. It's like the only roles I ever... It's a lot of roles. I really would have to relearn a lot of stuff. Okay. As long as that new skill...
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
That's fair. I mean, isn't Goon Station... Okay, Goon Station is the 4chan server of... It's the B server of the, entire Space Station 13 community. It's either fantastic... I'm just saying, in the form of... From what I saw on Goon Station, it's either excessively terrible... or it's bloody well amazing. The only time I've ever seen something different, TG tends to be very, very muted, and not a lot of stuff going on with not a lot of people knowing what's going on. Admittedly, I'm also a regular TG station, because I usually find the TG station the best, / the cult mode of TG station was the original draw for me. If only I could ever get anything to work out my way. Is this another world that's done? Oh my gosh! Finally! Ceased drone production. We gotta resettle one of you. Lo and behold, another planet is finished. It might have been years. But hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a merged war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep it straight. I have not done any voice training or acting. People say it is a shame. I don't know how to get started on that. I've been looking around. Okay, I have not been looking around. Mostly because I'm just too busy trying to get college over and done with so I can do something else. My voice is indeed natural. There isn't any voice change or anything similar on this. Chuck those links at my face and I'll see what comes out of it. I'll probably read it right after I'm done with all this.
Our situation log is updated.
You will all be nerve stapled. It is fantastic. If only I can make a higher pitched voice so it can be made hilarious. All these worlds, soon to be transformed into the Great Hive. Glorious. Now, you're building a gateway, right? You are. It's still going to take a long time. Okay. Combat swarms are getting together. You both are almost here. You just need to travel through one more system. What's coming in from above? I don't know. How close are you to the artisan troop? You're just 2 spaces away. I'm completely okay with this.
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
Time to keep hunting through these species. Who else is still rebelling? There's a lot of you who could probably be rebelling.
Our situation log is updated.
Why did I leave extremely adaptive on you? You know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You see, I keep trying to modify, not just modify all these species, I keep trying to keep these guys under wraps, but I can't do that because there's so many of them that I have to modify all at once. It's...
Our construction is complete.
Come on, you bloody swarms, get in here. Hunger. They are getting decent battle groups together. Maybe I have been lazing about too much. I wouldn't call myself a fallen empire, though. A fallen empire implies that I've already fallen. And well, that's just blatantly not true. Oh yes, just give me a butcher. We already have a level 10 general who'll be guiding through most of this. We can have a new general carry this battle group forward. I know most of you are all still moving into place. However, it's not going to be too long before you reach that point.
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
Alright, what else do we have to deal with? They're so few and far in between, they don't matter. They don't matter. These guys do, so... apply this template to everyone.
Our construction is complete.
So people will cease to complain.
Updated.
And there's this uplifted figure species who also needs to be modified. But we're almost done with the most major of offenders. Computer science and game development. I hope to break into the gaming industry someday. Someday. Whether that'll be anytime soon? Probably not gonna happen. That's just me being a pessimist. It's just a part of, it's as much of my personality as is basically anything else. Oh yes, there we go. After having destroyed that random station floating above the Quam system, we found a lot of supplies. A game you shouldn't have. You know what, we can just skip a lot of this time by just having you jump. Then after your jump, you make it to the Jiben's Maelstrom. That'll probably cut down your time by like 100 days. if not more.
Our construction is complete.
I want everyone to be ready. Oh god, you guys are gonna take forever. Well, we can both be pessimists together, and forcibly try to break ourselves in. And I will wish you luck for attempting. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the game either chugs this badly because some major shifts are happening. Oh.
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
Look, I know terraforming into a hive world takes a lot of processing power, but please. You've only done it 100 times before.
Our situation log is updated.
I've messed around a very, very minor amount with Unity and Unreal. I can safely say I like Unreal more, but that's just because at the time I had studied the coding language before going into the course. So I at least had some idea what I was doing. However, nothing came of it because that was the last class I took before transferring schools. Which I'm still not entirely sure was the most brilliant decision, but hey, I'll see what happens. And this is one of the best stations on Citadel Station. How far away are all of you? Okay, drone deviancy is gone, thank goodness. Which is also completely fair. Less work you have to do, the better, usually. Now the whole point is how do you get them all to fit together? Why can't this endgame crisis just appear? There's almost nothing left in the galaxy, or maybe the endgame crisis is just scared. Maybe that's it. Maybe the endgame crisis took a look, saw what I was doing to the galaxy, and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna skip this place by. It's not like we could get much out of it, now could we?
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
Alright, what other species need to be adapted so they stop complaining? Right, all these irradiated people need to also be adapted. And
Our situation log is updated.
there really isn't anything past the irradiated ones that will really need to be fixed. Kind of. So, Paradox likes making grand strategy games. And so Stellaris is defined technically as a grand strategy as opposed to just civilization.
Our construction is complete.
Now, what's the difference between those two? There really isn't a huge one. Grand strategy tends to focus a lot more on the politics of the individual actions you take, while managing all the supplies that go into fighting a war of something similar. Games that would be similar to this would be something akin to Crusader Kings, Hearts of Iron, where civilization you focus more on building your individual civilization from the ground up from nothing. And while there are a lot of elements of that here, the meat of the game for Stellaris is how do you deal with other cities and the stuff therein. But yes, just calling this something very similar to Civilization wouldn't be wrong. I'm not liking this, so let me take a look at your fleets. What do you got? You've got Giga Cannons, zero-point reactors, impulse thrusters. You don't have dark matter stuff. But I don't like the fact that you are getting closer to catching up. But it's just so hard to get these guys into war. The homologs are tireless, the Multixians will be assimilated. Quite funny. 60 days. 60 days and the war begins anew.
We have adapted a species to suit our needs.
What else do we have here? is there a single other species that is causing us trouble?
Our construction is complete.
Technically, these 37 could cause us trouble, so we can also apply this template to all of them. Because again,
Our situation log is updated.
so other things that you might find interesting about this compared to Civilization is that there's also focus on the individual pops of Civilization. So in Civ, your pops basically all do the exact same thing. You place them on a tile, they work the tile to gain resources for you to use. In this one, you can modify the pops themselves to give them more specializations, while the game tries to automatically figure out where all the pops should go. Better than it doing it manually, but some people would really like to change how it automatically sets up the pops in the first place, because, well, let's just say the game really isn't that smart about the stuff that it does. Ah. Well, have fun trying to understand this one. I would love to pretend that I could help you there, but I can clearly see that this will be a little bit out of my league when attempting to explain it to you. Okay. You all are close enough, so I'm going to pause. So all of these people should be all subservient to the Imperial nations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare war on the smallest one here with absorption,
We will annihilate the others.
which will set these guys to enemies with me. I'll declare war on you with absorption as hunger.
We will annihilate the others.
And then I'll also do the exact same thing. Oh, that's that. Oh, right. I'll also do the same thing as you.
We will annihilate the others.
We have 3 wars going, technically all 3 of them with the same one, but we'll be wiping out all these little minor empires before too long.